Mega MAGA, Ultra MAGA, MAGA King. We gotta stop the MAGA King. I'm the MAGA King. And I'm gonna ask a man who's a great man, actually. Kenneth Copeland, to come up and say a prayer. Well, it's about time.
What's up, motherfuckers? How y'all doing? Well, it's back to school season, which means all the parents are sending their kids to school. Or if you're an adult, you're going back to college. Not me, though. I'm finally done with school. Which means I don't need to worry about Trump killing all the aid I need to help pay for college. But unfortunately, same can't be said for lots of young people trying to get educated. Especially when the orangutans out there killing the Department of Education or cutting funds to educational programs like PBS, which has helped me in my education growing up. Well, now that Trump's getting rid of PBS, who's going to teach the next generation?
Slavery is as old as time, and has taken place in every corner of the world, even amongst the people I just left. Being taken as a slave is better than being killed, no? Before you judge, you must ask yourself, what did the culture and society of the time treat as no big deal?
This is who they're replacing PBS with. Now, if you're wondering what that was a clip from a video defending Christopher Columbus by PragerU Kids. Now, what is PragerU Kids? Or should I say, what is PragerU? PragerU is a conservative YouTube channel founded by Dennis Prager, better known as Penis Prager.
The left wants to take away your penis.
The U in PragerU stands for university, which, despite the name, Prager University is not a real university. Instead, it's a right-wing propagandist channel filled with right-wing public figures spewing right-wing talking points. And PragerU Kids is a kids-friendly version of that. Funny, considering that these guys are always accusing the left of indoctrinating children. Meanwhile, they indoctrinate children way more than the crazy woke left. But why don't we take a look at their channel to see what they're about? Let's see. If you live in freedom, thank the British Empire. You mean the same British Empire that enslaved people, steal their lands, committed genocide? They gave everyone freedom? That British Empire? Or how about some of their more popular content? Don't follow your passion. As someone who did not follow my passion throughout my high school years, I can tell you firsthand that this is some terrible advice. But of course, when are these guys not giving terrible advice? Or how about this one? The inconvenient truth about the Democratic Party. In that video, PragerU explains the history of the Democratic Party, of how they defended racism for most of their history, which is mostly true, but the part where they conveniently leave out is, when the Democratic Party was created, they started off as the more conservative party, but as time went on, the Democrats would slowly change ideologies, until the 1960s, where JFK pushed the Democratic Party to the left. But Bill Clinton in the 90s made the Democrats the stupid neoliberal party that it is today. And likewise, PragerU would make a similar video about the Republican Party, explaining their history with racism while ignoring the party switch that took place as a result of civil rights. The Republicans started off as the Progressive Abolitionist Party, and much like the Democrats, they would slowly change ideologies over time. Until the 1960s, the Republican Party became the racist conservative party that it is today. But of course, PragerU would make another video telling everybody that the party switch never occurred, even though the evidence clearly showed that it did. And how do I know that? Because lo and behold, in 2020, PragerU made a video defending Andrew Jackson, who was the founder of the Democratic Party. Also that year, PragerU made a video defending Robert E. Lee, who was the general of the Confederates during the Civil War. Now, if you're wondering why I'm showing these videos on my channel and not on their channel, it's because back in the day, PragerU got backlash for making those videos. And just to save their ass, they deleted those videos from their YouTube channel. But they still have them on their Instagram page. And I took the time to screen record these videos in case they decided to delete their videos from their Instagram too. So if you want to see the videos in full context, the links are in the description, as well as their Instagram posts. And if you guys want me to debunk these videos, I'd be happy to do so. Let me know in the comment section. Or if there's any video from PragerU that you'd like for me to debunk, please like and subscribe to this channel so we can make that happen. But that pretty much destroys their narrative of how the party switch is a myth, and that the GOP still advocates for racial justice. Even though today's Republicans admire racists like Robert E. Lee and Andrew Jackson, who ironically were associated with the Democratic Party. In fact, there's something about the online right that I've noticed for quite a while now. Back when I was a teenager, the online right presented themselves as the cool new counterculture, standing up to the elites promoting censorship, and political correctness. And I will admit, there was and there still is an SJW problem on the left. And people were so tired of the SJWs in corporate media that they started running to conservative YouTube channels. And as a result, alternative media is now dominated with right-wingers, making it the new corporate media. Now that these right-wingers have taken over the entire internet, they're starting to show us who they truly are. These right-wingers want us to be divided by race, gender, etc., while rich billionaire oligarchs like Trump and Musk are eating us alive. Hell, the rich understand class solidarity much better than the poor and middle class. If anything, I feel like racism is pretty much normalized at this point, because PragerU made videos defending literal slave owners, and despite that, our government is putting them in schools. Obviously because our president's a racist fascist, and MAGA is a fascist hate cult. In fact, Trump fits the textbook definition of the word fascist. He's a nationalist cult leader who wants to be a dictator. Legit, Trump was praising Zelensky for not having elections.
Upon peace, God willing we get peace, are you open to holding an election in your country?
Yes, of course. We are open for election, yes. We have to do safety circumstances, and a little bit we need to work in the parliament, because during the war you can't have elections, but we can do security. We need, maybe, how to say, we need a truth, yes, everywhere, in the battlefield, in the sky, and the sea, yeah, to make possible for people to do democratic, open, legal elections.
So you say during the war you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now, so you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody, no more elections? Oh, that's good. I wonder what the fake
You like this idea?
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of news, I got a question for you.
Wasn't this guy calling Zelensky a dictator the last time he was here? Just goes to show that the orangutan didn't believe what he was saying when he called Zelensky a dictator. That's because he wants to be a dictator himself. And just to show how normalized racism is, Trump attacked the Smithsonian for saying that slavery is bad. And we have people like Dinesh D'Souza defending that shit. Dinesh D'Souza, who is another party switch denier, and he's defended Robert E. Lee too. I even talked about how John MacArthur got away with defending slavery and attacking Martin Luther King. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend you watch the John MacArthur video. But it isn't just John MacArthur. More and more right-wingers are coming out and attack Martin Luther King. People such as the End Wokeness Twitter account, Charlie Kirk, and the most recent example, Allie Beth Stuckey, or as I like to call her, Allie Bitch Stuckey. That's right. I call her a bitch because she's a bitch. She blocked me on Twitter like a little coward. In her video attacking MLK, Allie Bitch Stuckey went full racist.
That was his real goal, is what your argument is, that the oppression conversation was really his vehicle just to give the government more power for the purpose of establishing what he thought was a just system, which is communism, which is Marxism. Is your argument that it really had nothing to do with race for him at the heart of it?
It didn't have anything to do with race. It had everything to do with the expansion of, well, it had everything to do with the ushering in of Marxist ideology into the United States. This is a very complex thing, but I'll try my best to explain it. So when it comes to the civil rights movement was not this organic grassroots thing that started. It was started by the federal government, dating as far back as the Reconstruction era, shortly after the war between the states. You had something called carpetbaggers and scallywags that were really kind of imposing on the South, treating Southerners not like co-equal sovereign citizens, but rather as conquered people in a conquered territory. And you had these radicals that were in Congress, many of whom were actually pen pals with Marx and Engels, that were really kind of imposing and trying to expand and broaden government authority, federal government authority on the South.
So you're saying Marx and Engels had a direct relationship with some members of Congress that were representing some northern states in America who were treating the South after the Civil War as conquered people. Can you give me some examples of that? Because I've never heard that before.
Yeah, so many of the white Southerners were disenfranchised on the one hand, while a lot of the Negro citizens were enfranchised, and this is where you get a lot of black representatives in Congress as a result of who could and couldn't vote. When you look at some of the amendments of the Constitution, a lot of them were pushed through very nefarious means. First and foremost, by disenfranchising white Southerners as treasonous traitors and things of this nature. And so, am I saying that this push for abolition was led by the Marxists? I'm not. But what I am saying is that they were instrumental in some of the things that were going on, specifically popularizing this notion that the war between the states had only to do with slavery, when in reality, it had to do more with states' rights. It had to do more with this fact that Southerners believed that the North were not keeping true to their promises that they made during the ratification of the Constitution. And so it's because of the Anti-Federalists that you got the Bill of Rights, because they wanted to limit the reach of the government. They saw by the mid-1800s the North reneging on some of the promises that they made, and it was for that reason that they seceded from the Union. But what you're now trying to do is have a nation with people from Scotland, England, Ireland. You have all these different people and different sects as well, and you're trying to build a diverse nation. You have to respect human nature. You have to respect self-segregation, because in the same way that it is bad to have laws on the books that impose segregation, it is also equally as bad to have laws on the books that force integration. And I think it's simply wrong to credit King or the Civil Rights Act of 1964 for the ending of Jim Crow. Jim Crow was already falling off the books as a result of this kind of plan that was put into action by the likes of Booker T. Washington.
Yeah. And you're kind of saying a similar, I don't want to go back to slavery because we're going back and forth and I want to keep moving forward with the civil rights, but it's a similar argument, it seems like, to what you're making about slavery, that, look, slavery was already on its way to becoming irrelevant at the time because of industrialization and maybe also the moral revolution happening in the hearts of men.
Right.
And so it sounds like you're saying in both instances, while there might have been good people in both movements, some people use it as a power grab to disenfranchise the South.
100%. And it's a very exploitative thing.
The poor white men, how they be treated unfairly. They can't enslave black people because of the color of their skin and treat them like they're subhuman. I feel like this may be worth its own video because there was lots of problems with this. And I'm sorry, but I'm trying not to make my attacks on the rights all a bunch of gotchas. I would love to debunk them solely based on their arguments. But unfortunately, I'm late in the game when it comes to political commentary. I started my YouTube career at a time where things have gone too extreme. In fact, that's the main reason why I decided to do political commentary on the internet. Because these right-wing public figures are like real-life movie villains. And in the case of Penis Prager, whenever I hear that guy talk, I feel like I'm hearing water news from Monsters, Inc.
It could let in a child.
Oh, Mr. Water News.
There's nothing more toxic or deadly than a human child. A single touch could kill you.
But the very fact that the United States of America is about to confirm to the U.S. Supreme Court a woman who banned the military from her campus gives you an idea of how deep this problem is. That is not disqualifying to Democrats. To Democrats, that is not disqualifying is a moment of darkness in American history.
Seriously, parents, are these the type of people you want near your kids? And I know this video is going to get overwhelmingly disliked. And I'm probably going to get comments from people saying that I'm a partisan, or I'm extremist, or that I have Trump derangement syndrome. But I don't care. People don't have access to health care. Science is being attacked. Wars are fucking up everybody. And everything's expensive. And I can't hide this shit because it has actual consequences in our lives. And that's pretty much all I have to say. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know why. If you want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. And press the bell notification so you don't miss out on the next video. You never know when I upload. And if you could, please follow me on social media. The links are all in the description. So check me out there. And that's the end of the video. Until next time, I'm Penis Prager for Prager University.
I'm the MAGA king, MAGA, ultra MAGA king. We gotta stop the MAGA king. I'm the MAGA king, MAGA, ultra MAGA king.